The Lake Isle of Innisfree, William Butler Yeats's timeless poem, yearning for communion with nature, is recited by an exciting voice in Irish poetry, Nithi Casa, who grew up in the Democratic Republic of Congo before moving to Galway in her teens.
I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bin rolls will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bay loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. Dear midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with slow sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavements grey. I hear it in the deep heart's core.
A chuirde chéal, tá an áthas orm bheith an seo chun fáilte a chur roimh chuig an imeacht speisialta seo le lá náisiúnta na hÉireann a chiúra. Is í féle néamhpáraigh ar neis speisialta leis an ceangal dainn den éireacht agus cóirdeas a nascan an clán dám de éireannach agus a cháirde ar fud na chruinne. Irish friends and friends of Ireland, it's a great honour for me to be with you this afternoon and to welcome you to a most special event to celebrate Ireland's National Day. St. Patrick's Day is a great opportunity to deepen and celebrate the bonds of friendship which link the global Irish family and its friends worldwide. There are 2 old Irish sayings, a hanítar cara I gróchan and ní neart go cur le céile, which literally mean that it's in hardship that you really know who your friends are and that there's no strength without unity. Both proverbs, however, actually speak to the sense of community and solidarity we have relied on so much this year and which we seek to celebrate every March for St. Patrick's Day. The past 12 months have been a very difficult and challenging time for everyone, also for us, who make up the more than 10,000 strong Irish community in the Netherlands. Many families have been touched by grief, but have been unable to travel home to spend time with family and friends. And we've all been asked to show remarkable forbearance in the knowledge that the sacrifices we have made have helped to keep our families safe and helped stem the tide of this pandemic. There is now hope on the horizon. As the winter turns into spring, a time of rebirth, hope and renewal, so too can we see brighter days ahead. A time when we'll be vaccinated against this terrible virus, a time when we will gather together in the kind of community you expect of Irish people whenever we come together. We may have to wait until next year to celebrate Ireland's National Day in person, but in the meantime, we will create and innovate. And our event this evening is a fine example of that. Ladies and gentlemen, just as we in Ireland have benefited from globalization, transforming our economy and our society to become a truly global island, the COVID-19 pandemic has reminded us of the dangers and the challenges that same globalization presents. In a world more connected and integrated than ever before, both Ireland and the Netherlands understand the need to work together, to deepen our partnership, and to strengthen our European Union in order to deal effectively with the whole host of problems that we're faced with: public health challenges, climate change, as well as threats to international peace and security. Our effective partnerships and active engagement in the multilateral institutions here in The Hague give us ample opportunity to promote our shared values. As we take up our seat this year on the UN Security Council, we will follow in the footsteps of our Dutch friends, who also use their time well in order to tackle issues of international importance. And as we adapt to the new challenges posed by Brexit, both Ireland and the Netherlands, two neighbours on either side of the United Kingdom, will strengthen the partnership and solidarity that has characterised our close cooperation throughout the negotiations. Both countries, of course, want to maintain a deep and strong relationship with our UK neighbour and friend, but we will do so as fully committed members of the European Union we have both helped to build. And so I just want to conclude, as I started, by wishing you all a happy St. Patrick's Day. It will be my last one, unfortunately, as Ireland's ambassador in The Hague, as this year I will complete my posting and return to Ireland after what will almost be 5 years. It has been the honour of my life to represent Ireland in this wonderful country and to see our relationship go from strength to strength during that period. There have been a great many moments, too many to mention, but of course, especially the memorable visit of Their Majesties to Ireland in the pre-COVID summer of 2019. But I'm particularly pleased that my final St. Patrick's Day celebration with you will once again involve the wonderful Aoife Scott, who performed live for us in The Hague twice, in 2017 and 2018. In fact, I'm very happy we got to know her back then before she became all famous, and that she agreed to perform a special concert for us live from the west coast of Ireland. It's of course less than ideal that I'm not able to hear Aoife and her band warming up backstage as normal, but our virtual encounter this afternoon is the next best thing to having Aoife here with us in person. So before handing over to Aoife, I just want to leave you with a special Irish greeting, which is perhaps more relevant today than it has ever been before. Go meramid bio an amseo arish. May we all be alive at this time next year. Go ramila mahagav galer. Thank you very much. So hopefully Aoife is there. Hi Aoife.
Hello Kevin. Hello, how's it going?
Great to see you. It looks
so
as if it's nighttime,
to be here.
but I know you're in a nice venue there, so it's looking as if it's nighttime, but it's live, and you're in Sligo. You're looking great. It's been a tough whole year ever since we met. How have you coped with the pandemic? How have you got through it?
Well, you know, it's been tough for musicians and for people who work in the entertainment industry, obviously, when with things kind of shutting down, and for everybody it's been a hard year, even outside of the entertainment industry. But we've been keeping busy. We've been playing music, writing songs, and generally doing a bit of gardening and trying not to kill each other. Myself and Andy, who are together, you'll see Andy in a few seconds. We've been doing well to keeping each other alive, and we've been exploring the new now, so it's been lovely.
Yeah. Well, it's so great to see you. And I mean, can you tell us, Aoife, where you're from? I mentioned it in my few remarks, but can you paint a picture for your Dutch audience today about exactly where you are
yes,
at the
we're
moment?
in the beautiful Sligo, and so we actually got to travel here today, which is a huge thing, because in Ireland we're all limited to 5 kilometres. So we got to meet each other here in this beautiful room, and we're right beside the Garavogue River, and it's an absolutely beautiful day in Sligo. Absolutely stunning. We had a walk down Durley Park, and it really is one of the best counties in Ireland, and I'm saying that beside the Donegal man, so I'm taking my life into my hands there. But
well,
it
it's
really
great,
is
and
beautiful.
it's actually very apt that you're in Sligo, because we started off with that beautiful poem by Yeats, which is from Sligo, of course, the Lake Isle of Innisfree. But maybe a final question, Aoife, before I let you off to entertain us, is just to remind you about the last time you were with us. I mean, we had some great times when you were with us in 2017 and 2018. I hope you remember the wonderful Corso Theatre. You were a big hit with your Dutch audience. We would like to take some credit in your subsequent success. And I, of course, we remember the concert, but we also remember you being a bit of a night owl in O'Casey's bar afterwards. And I was mentioning in my few remarks that I have some great memories of my time as ambassador here. But one of the highlights has to be showing off to my family that I got to sing Black is the Colour in the pub afterwards with the great Aoife Scott. But what are your memories of that trip to the Netherlands?
Oh my God. And as I've said before, in 2017, and then we got to come back in 2018, that in Ireland there's an ad called, if Carlsberg did best things in the world, but if Carlsberg had done the best gig we've ever done, then that would have been it. The Corso gig, being in The Hague, it actually has become because we were going for the Christmas party in 2017 and 2018, it became such a magical experience for us and such a lovely thing that we miss being in the Netherlands now at Christmas. It's just part of our our wonderful, it's just such a magical space, and we had so much fun at O'Casey's. And really, it was the best crack ever. And getting to see you sing and dragging you to the pub along with us at Night Owls was one of the best crack ever. We had such a wild night. It was amazing fun.
And it was great and great memories. So listen, Aoife, thank you very much. As I said, it'd be much better if you were with us in the flesh, but this is just a teaser for all of your Dutch family and fans over here. And I want to wish you and Andy Cahill well. We're really looking forward to the gig. And I might come back at the very end just to say a few words of thank you to it. But over to Aoife. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Thanks a million. Okay, we will start here. We are in the beautiful Sligo right now, and we are going to sing a couple of songs for you. So thank you so much for inviting us. We are delighted to be gigging. It's a year that we've been off the road, and we're really, really excited to be performing for you today. So we hope you like our beautiful tree behind us. We're in a mystical land in County Sligo, so we'll give it a go. This is a song from where I'm from. This is really all about people gathering together, coming together and having the best fun that they ever have, so much so that they end up having to go home in ambulances. So we don't want that today. We want everybody to be safe in their homes, having a great time. So we're going to sing this song. I got this from the Dubliners. I'm not sure if there's any Dubliners fans out there today, but this is a song called The Ragman's Ball. So here we go. Come listen to me for a while, me good friends, one and all, and I'll sing to you a verse or two about a famous ball. Now the ball was given by some friends who lived down in Ash Street, in a certain house in the Liberties where the ragmen used to meet. Now the ball was given at 7 o'clock and every ragman had his ball. And to show respect to the management, every ragman brought his mop. I must admit that I brought mine at 25 minutes to 8. And the first to stand up was Kieran Grace for to tell me I was late. Then up jump Humpy Soodlum and he says, I think so how. By the ways we're all going on tonight is a looking for a row. Now listen here, Grace, if you want your face, you'd better not shout or bawl. There's a lot of hard jaws gonna be here tonight, so respect the ragman's ball. However eaten, we had plenty now, as much as we could hold. We drank Brady's Blind Porter, and on the floor we rolled. In the midst of that confusion, someone shouted for a song. Then up jumped old John Lavin and sang, keep rolling your barrel along. Then says my one, you're a queer one now, and Biddy, you're hard to beat. Then up jumped Liza Bolden, and she told me to hold her place. Then my one made a clown at her, she missed her and hit the wall. And the two of them went in the ambulance the night of the ragman's ball. And we all sat down for some ham pairings and everything was quiet. And for broken noses, I must say we had a lovely night. Fat guys, they were in great demand, and not to mention split heads and all. So if anyone wants to end their life, let them come to the ragman's ball. Let them come to the ragman's ball. Thanks, William. Thank you so much to the Ambassador Kevin there for giving us such an amazing intro and for giving us this opportunity to perform for you today. We are so excited to be here. It really means a lot for us to be celebrating Kevin's the ambassador, as I said. And what did I call him one time when we did a gig in Corzo? I called him his Highness or his Excellency, because I wasn't sure what to call him. But now I call him Kevin, because after 2 shows, 2 visits to The Hague to do our concerts, I now consider him my friend. So His Excellency, we're very glad that he invited us here to perform for you today, and we hope you're all keeping well over there in the Netherlands. I have a few hellos to shout out to. I have to say a massive well done to Mary Gavin for doing an amazing job at the Irish Club in the Netherlands and doing such a great job with the GAA over there. Also, I have to say congratulations to Tony Bass, I think it's Tony Bass, who from Maastricht, who has just done so much over there with the GAA and also has just won a President's Award. So that was amazing to hear about that. And then I have a few people to say hello to before we keep going, which is the Kelly family. So Kevin's mum and dad and his aunties and all the family who are watching us in Boris and Ossory. So that's Teresa and Jim and Sheila and Una and Breda. Hello, and we hope you're keeping well. We're going to sing you a song now that I learned off my nana. So this is a song that I got from my nana when I was about 8 years of age. My nana is from a place in Dublin called Rathmines, and I'm very proud Rathmineser. Andy is also from Rathmines, and I'm actually from the Liberties, but my nana was from Rathmines, so I kind of claim it. And when I was growing up, I have a very musical family. My family on my mother's side are all very musical, and they sing, and aren't they great? They're brilliant. But the Scots side of this thing weren't really that musical, and my nana didn't have a note in her head. She couldn't sing anything. But I'll never forget one day in the kitchen, we were listening to a man called Ronan Collins on Radio 1, which is a very famous radio show over here. And she was dancing around the kitchen, and then after his show, she sang the song to me. And I'll never forget it because she couldn't sing, but it really was one of the most magical moments of my life. I went home that day, I was only about 8 or 9, and I told my mum all about this amazing song that my nana had sang to me. And I tried to sing it back, but sure, I couldn't do as good a job as my nana, even though she couldn't sing at all. But it's all about going to Dublin on a sunny Sunday afternoon and missing the beautiful Grafton Street and how beautiful it can be, Dublin, in the summer. It really is an amazing place. And during the lockdown, myself and Andy, we live in County Kildare, so we've missed visiting Dublin and seeing how magical it really is. But we got to see it just at Christmas there before the lockdown started again. And it's a wonder, Grafton Street, with Bewley's and Stephen's Green, and it really is such a beautiful place to be on a sunny day. So I hope you like it. This is called the Dublin Saunter. Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been north and I've been south and I've been east and west. I've been like a rolling stone. But there's one place that I know I'll always love the best, just a little town to call my own. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been here and I've been there, I've sought the found. But I know that come what may, whatever fate may bring, here my feet are deeply in the ground. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. I've been here and I've been there, I've sought the rainbow's end, but no crock of gold I found. But I know that come what may, whatever fate may bring, here my feet are deeply in the ground. 'Cause Dublin can be heaven with coffee at 11 and a stroll through Stephen's Green. There's no need to worry, there's no need to hurry. You're the king and the ladies a queen. Grafton Street's a wonderland, there's magic in the air. There's diamonds in the lady's eyes and gold dust in her hair. And if you don't believe me, come and meet me there in Dublin on a sunny summer's morning. In Dublin on a sunny Sunday morning. Thanks very much. That's a song called The Dublin Saunter, and that is from my latest album, which came out last year, just before the lockdown happened. And we were very lucky to have performed our big album launch in Temple Bar, right down the middle of the city centre. And talking about Temple Bar, we, you know, last year we, or actually just at Christmas there, it was before this current lockdown, we got to perform for their event for Temple Bar Tradfest. And I know that they have a big concert on tomorrow, but we got to sing in a beautiful place, which is Dublin Castle, which is right up from Dublin, from Temple Bar there. And you know, it was amazing because we were recording like we are now for their event, and we were in this old, you know, rooms where the Viceroys used to live. And what was amazing about it was we were singing a completely different song to this song that I'm singing to you, but it just felt so amazing to be within the walls of this place where so much happened about 500 years ago. And this particular song, which was really interesting for me, because this song that I sing is all about a lady who happened to have a viceroy of Dublin who was kind of like, I suppose he's like the mayor, not the mayor, probably the king of Dublin, you know, because he was under the king of England at the time. The viceroy of Dublin was really in charge of the whole city, and we were in the viceroy room in Dublin Castle. And the viceroy of Dublin about 200, 300 years ago, I'm not sure, actually that might be factually incorrect as to how many, so please don't correct me if anybody goes go and Google this situation. I don't know how many years ago it was. He was madly in love with this woman called Eleanor Ambrose. Oh, I know it was. 1798 is when she died, so you're talking about that in 17th. And she was really a socialite of, I've sung this song before in The Hague and the Corso venue, and the reason I'm singing it today is because I really enjoyed performing it for everybody in the Netherlands that time, so I'm going to sing it today for you again. But she really was the most beautiful woman in Dublin at the time. She was very well known, and she was just so famous for being a kind of socialite. You know, she was, if they had social media, she would have had 1 billion followers back then, but she was very, very beautiful. And the Viceroy of Dublin was madly in love with her, but she wouldn't go near him. She really believed in looking after the poor people of Ireland, and she used to go to these parties in Dublin Castle, and instead of kind of being, you know, the quiet, pretty, beautiful woman in the corner, you know, kind of fluttering her eyelashes, she decided to speak her mind and speak up for the poor people of Ireland at the time. And that was why she was so well known, because she was really a rebel at heart. So the chorus of this goes, "Tell me, Ambrose, where's the jest of wearing orange on thy breast when underneath thy bosom shows the whiteness of the rebel rose. So the Viceroy wrote that about the beautiful Eleanor Ambrose. So I hope you like it. This is called Eleanor Ambrose. Born near Swords in 18, she was Dublin's darling queen. Eleanor Ambrose was her name, and she played the patriot game. Sharp as a rock, soft as a flower, with her charms came tremendous power. Most daring damsel you'd ever met, fervent patriot in the royal set. Proud she was of her native home, for her faith she did look to Rome. Like her father she longed to see dear old Ireland's liberty. Her aspirations passed through Chesterfield, whose love for Ambrose he kept concealed. Past her gestations to the king, but he knew she'd never wear the Viceroy's ring. Tell me, Ambrose, where's the jest, wearing orange on thy breast, when underneath thy bosom shows the whiteness of the rebel rose. She was born into riches vast, the charm she carried made impressions last. Forever the fancy of Chesterfield, whose love for Ambrose like blood congealed. She finally married age 33 to another who followed popery. Roger Palmer of Mayo was the one who wedded this rebel rose. Tell me, Ambrose, where's the jest, wearing orange on thy breast, when underneath thy bosom shows the whiteness of the rebel rose. Finest roses that ever grew were those which bloom will flower at night, like our rebel rose of white. That she was our rebel rose, Dublin's darling Eleanor Ambrose, who remained true to her faith till she died aged 98. Tell me, Ambrose, where's the jest, wearing orange on thy breast, when underneath thy bosom shows the whiteness of the rebel rose. Tell me, Ambrose, where's the jest, wearing orange on thy breast, when underneath thy bosom shows the whiteness of the rebel rose. Thanks very much. I hope you're all enjoying this at home or wherever you are in work or somewhere that is, COVID compliant, I suppose. I hope you're all keeping safe over the past year. And it was this time last year when we were in America actually, and having to suddenly come home from tour because it was all kicking off, and we were trying to get an emergency flight out of America and all that. So it's been an adventure being here, and we're so happy to be performing for you today because we don't get as many chances as we usually would when we are performing. When we're, I suppose because of the lockdown, we haven't been singing too much, so it's really nice to be here. So thank you so much. We're going to do a song that's off the new album, and it's a song written by a man called Dominic Behan, And yeah, it's all about the men that went to England and built up all the roads. And yeah, so I hope you like it. It's called Building Up and Tearing England Down. I have won a hero's name with McAlpine and Costain, with Fitzpatrick Murphy's Ash and the Wimpy's gang. I've been often on the road, on me way to draw the dough, when there's nothing left to do for Johnny Line. Now I used to think that God built the mixer big and hard, so the paddy might know hell above the ground. I've had gangers big and tough tell me tear it all out, wolf, when you're building up and tearing England down. In the tunnel underground, a young Limerick man was found. He was built into the new Victoria line. When the bonus gang had passed, sticking to the concrete cast was the face of little Charlie Joe Devine. Oh, the ganger man McGurk, oh, Big Paddy hates the word. When the gas main burst and he flew off the ground. Oh, he said, they said, don't slack, I'll not be there until I'm back. Keep on building up and tearing England down. I was on the Hydro Dam on the day that Jack McCann got his better off the stammering a wee. He fell from the shuttering dam, and that poor old stuttering man, he was never ever more inclined to speak. And I saw Balls McCall from the big flyover fall to a concrete mixer spinning round. Though it wasn't his intent, he got a fine head of cement when he's building up and tearing England down. I remember Carrier Jack with the heart upon his back, how he swore one day he'd set the world on fire. Well, his face you've never seen since his shovel it could clean to the middle of the big high tension wire. Oh, no more like Robin Hood will he roll through Cricklewood, dance around the pubs in Camden Town. Oh, but let no man complain, for no Pat will die in shame when he's building up and tearing England down. So come all you navvies bold who do think that English gold is just waiting to be taken from each side. For the likes of you and me never get to know me, or a knighthood for good service to the hall. They have a concrete master race who will keep you in your place, and a ganger man to kick you to the ground. If you ever try to take part of what the bosses make when they're building up and tearing England down, keep on building up and tearing England down. Thanks very much. That's a song called Building Up and Tearing England Down, and I actually learned that from Frank Hart, but it's also sung by the Dubliners, so I hope you like those songs. The Dubliners are a great band, and I sing a few of their songs because I'm very influenced by them. We are going to do a song now. What are we doing? Lovely. I hope you're all keeping well. I might just see if there's anybody online saying hello. I'm sure you're all keeping well. I'm going onto the Facebook here and I can see what your comments are. Please be nice. Don't say anything mean. So I'll just see if there's anybody that we can say hello to really quickly. Brian Allen says, hello, Aoife, Andy and Cole.
Hey, Brian.
Grant Kinnick-Smith, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Great voice, love this. Thanks very much, Kathy. That's Kathy Shanahan. Hello, Colette. Hello, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well. Jacqueline says, lovely voice. Oh, thank you very much. Melanie Van Mueller. You're all very kind. Thank you very much. I hope you're all keeping well. And I will give you all a wave and say thanks. We are going to do a song now that I do at every single gig. And seeing as this is a gig for ye, we're going to do it for you today. And as I mentioned, everybody, and Amy Strong says, hi, Aoife, Andy and Cathal. I will turn this off now. Hi, Joe. How's it going? I won't be looking at it because I get very distracted by saying hello to everybody. And I get given out to by the man behind the machine over there. Happy St. Patrick's Day, watching in the Netherlands. Thanks, Linda. Hi, Mark. How's it going? Yeah, good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Mark Van Setten is our friend over there. Hi, Kerry. How's it going? Hope you're good. Yes, I'm going to turn this off. No, I'll just figure out a way of getting rid of it because otherwise, there we go. So for anybody who's seen me perform before, you'll definitely have heard this song because I do it at every gig, and it is a song that changed my life. And I do mention that I come from a musical family. My mother. Also, people in the Netherlands, if I'm speaking too fast, because I know I do speak too fast with my Dublin accent, sometimes that can get in the way, but I get excited about singing songs, and we don't get to do it as much as we would like these days. So, I grew up in a very musical family. My mother is a singer called Frances Black, and my aunt is a singer called Mary Black, and my uncles are also performers, so are my cousins. We are like the Von Trapps, I think. Just keep coming out of the woodwork, and I didn't want to be a singer as I was growing up because I just saw it as such a difficult job, and it is very hard, I've realised now, but it's still good, it's worth it. And I was very shy. You wouldn't believe that either, that I was very shy as I was growing up, but I tried to do something else with my life, and but it turned out that singing really is something that is part of who I am, and it's literally it has been said that I was supposedly born into the family to do it. But when I was working instead in denial as to this realization that I was meant to be a singer, I had a job, and I was working from very early in the morning, at 6 in the morning until 11 o'clock at night, and I was very, very tired. And I went through a period before I became a singer of not singing at all. I just stopped singing, and it tends to be when I get really low. I tend to suffer from depression, so when I get really low, I stop singing. And I don't know if you noticed that singing, it makes me very happy. So when I'm singing for you right now, I'm happy as I'd be. And it's a weird situation to put myself in, that where I just stop singing. I can't sing anymore. And I was in this job doing 6 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, and I was miserable and not singing. And Andy here is me fella. So give him a wave there, everybody at home. Hello, Andy. And Cathal is not my fella, but he's our practice child, as we call him on tour. We haven't killed him yet. So Andy knew that I was feeling particularly low. He heard this song and he sent it to me. And it was one of those moments where everything changed when I heard it. I put in my headphones, and in an instant everything changed. And the clouds kind of parted and the sun came out. And following that, things changed, and I decided I was changing my life for the better and get myself into a situation where I'm feeling better about myself. And I started to sing a bit more, and that's why we're here today. So we're going to sing the song I heard that day, and I'm going to ask you all to sing along at home, if that's okay, because nobody will be listening to you. So you're grand. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Lash it out as loud as you possibly can. So I'll sing it. It's going to be easy. I'm going to sing, and I'm wondering where the lions are, and then you're going to sing,
wondering where the lions are.
Yeah, and then I'm going to sing, wondering where the lions are, and then you're going to sing,
wondering where the lions are.
They speak and sing too. They're very good. I love that. Anyway, here we go. I hope you like it. Here we go. Sun's up. Oh, looks okay. The world survives into another day. And I'm thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Had another dream about the lions at the door. They weren't as frightening as they were before, but I'm thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Walls, windows, trees, waves coming through. You be in me and I'll be in you, together in eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Among the first birds smells so deep. ecstasy's got a hold on me. Young men marching, helmets shining in the sun, eyes so precise like the brains behind the gun. They should be thinking about eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. Alright, let's see you sing it. And I'm wondering where the lights are. 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 Afraid of something not on the surface of the bay. One of these days we're gonna sail away, sailing to eternity. Some kind of ecstasy's got a hold on me. And I'm wondering where the lights are. 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 Last time, here we go. Wondering where the lights are. Wondering where the lights are. Wondering where the lights are. Let's hear you sing it a little bit louder. Wondering where the lights are. Wondering where the lights are. Wondering where the lights are. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Cathal O'Curran from Gweedore, County Donegal. Yeah, I can hear you screaming his name. Yes, we are going to take a little interlude, because what's going to happen now, you're going to see an amazing video from the amazing dancers of the Arch Dance Dausa, which is actually based in County Leitrim. And Edwina Guckian is a friend of ours who is amazing. And you watch this video, it'll just absolutely blow your mind. Look at all those little babies dancing, so I hope you like it. Here we go.
On a sunny weekend last year, 41 children from Orc Dausa Dance Club became a choreography and film collective, dancing to the music of the Bothy Band in favourite places near their homes in Leitrim, Sligo, Roscommon, Mayo, Fermanagh, Longford and New York. Together, they have created this shared celebration.
I was just commenting on the fact that I am very cold. You wouldn't believe we look like we're in tropical mystical land here, but it is very cold here in Sligo. I have to say that. So I'm not sure if you noticed that I was fixing my hair when I came back in. So I hope you're all keeping well. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you love the amazing arc dancer there by Edwina and all her lovely little kids. They're so cute and makes me want to go back to learn how to sean-nós dance, definitely. We're going to do a song now that myself and Andy wrote in the lockdown in last April. Actually, this was written for friends of ours, but it was during a period of just after coming home from America in March. We had an emergency flight home to America and from America to Ireland. And the last time we were on an airplane was this time last year. Yes, today last year. And we came home and sure, as everybody knows, we didn't know how long this was all going to last for. And we were meant to be having the busiest year of our life with regards to gigs and just flat out touring around the world and flying all sorts of different places. But of course, that all was put at a halt. But we were so sad about missing all our shows, and it was just such a huge part of our life that it was such a strange feeling to be home all the time and missing all of the gigs and concerts and stuff like that. And by April, when we wrote this song, we were going, geez, by October, of course, we'll be back out on the road. And we were meant to be in tour in Germany and flying around the place. So this is written for our friends, but also about the time when autumn comes, and that by the time October comes, that we can reset and refuel and refresh, and things will be back to normal. So hopefully that will happen this year, and we will all be in a better place and able to hug each other, I think, is the main thing. That's all I really want to do. I want to hug everybody. So we will sing this for you, and this is the latest single, and it's on YouTube, on Spotify, if anybody wants to tune in. It's called Sweet October. So here we go. West Clare Roads, where you know they feed the soul. Stop a while where the water meets the stone. Take a breath, you can almost taste the sea. It's a half-hour drive down towards Kilkee. And come sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October skies. Yesterday, oh, I thought I read your mind. Of Amsterdam and to the Alpine skies. All those times you think deserve a smile. Come again if you give a little time. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October skies. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day. Give it all and you give more than more. But the western breeze, it always gives you hope. Ease your mind for better dreams tonight. Of West Clare Roads in the evening light. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for, sunsets in sweet October. And come, sweet October, all this will come together. All the things you'll ever hope for. Sunsets in sweet October skies. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day. We won't even mind the rain. It'll be a perfect day. Thanks very much. That was a sweet October there, so I hope you liked it. Okay, well, we're going to play you another little tune now from Cathal. Where's this from, Donegal?
Oh, it's a tune called the Garavogue.
Is it? Which is the Garavogue is the river that's running right, like it's actually less than 100 metres from us right now, which is probably why we're so cold. The river is flowing past us here, and we wish we could show it to you, but instead we have this beautiful tree that we made here earlier for you in the background. We were up all night sticking things to it. No, we weren't. It is a beautiful place in Anderson's. We're in Anderson's venue here in Sligo town, overlooking the beautiful Garavogue River, where we're going to play a tune and then we might sing an old song called Fuel I Need. I hope you're all keeping well. I will say hello to Pauline. Hi Kerry, how are you? People liked the dancing, Edwina's dances. I'm delighted for you. I hope you're enjoying this live stream as you know, this is all a trial and error situation, and sometimes we can get it right and sometimes we can get it wrong. So I hope you are enjoying it, and I hope it's going well, because we are chancing our arm here. So no, we're not. No, we know what we're doing. We do. But we are a little bit rusty, so you'll have to excuse that. So we're going to take it away with the Garavogue tune from County Sligo. And yeah, if anybody wants to dance at home, dance in your chairs or dance in your sitting room or dance in your pajamas, whatever you are wearing right now, that's okay. Just hop up and have an old dance. Here we go. Why the need to bring me down when we've been allies for so long? Your words will never ring true, and I say that I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. Seems to me that you just feel sad, and that you have nowhere to belong. That won't stop me from standing tall. I'll be here and I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. You can lie and criticize. I'll stay here standing strong, and I know that I will prove you wrong. Hear those words try to cut so deep. They're always there, heard them all along. But with faith here as my shield, I'll carry on and I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. You can lie and criticize. I'll stay here standing strong, and I know that I will prove you wrong. 'Cause I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. I won't beg or plead. You're the fuel I need, brings out the fight in me. You're the fuel I need. Thanks very much. That's Fuel I Need. That's off our new album. And for anybody who's interested, the new album is available on Spotify and all the different streaming outlets, iTunes and all that, and available on directly from my website. If anybody would like me to post them a physical CD, I will do that. But it might take me a little while because I'm in Sligo. But we will sing this next song for the lovely Teresa Kelly, who has just commented. Teresa and Mary are enjoying the show in Castletown. I wonder, is that close to Barcelona? I think it might be. I hope you're all keeping well at home. Thank you so much for the lovely comments. Kirsten says, fabulous. Thank you very much. Pauline, lovely. I do have to give a couple of shout outs to the Ambassador Adrian Palm. Adrian Palm? I'm terrible. I should have got my pronunciations correct before I came on here, but I didn't. The Dutch ambassador and all the team in Dublin who are obviously in Dublin, and we hope that they're all keeping well. So thank you so much. And to everybody who's watching this right now, thank you so much for it. This actually feels like a real gig to us. And these are few and far between these days. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to sing you a song that I learned from the Dubliners. I sang this at a commemoration of Luke Kelly's passing a few years ago in a place called Liberty Hall. And it blew me away with the amount of people singing along with me that I knew I had to put it on my last album. And I always imagine that Luke Kelly's spirit is with us singing along this. So if you'd like to sing along, I'd love you to sing along. It's called The Night Visiting Song. So here we go. I must away now. I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love the most. And when he came to his true love's dwelling, he's knelt down gently upon a stone, and through her window he's whispered lowly, is my true lover within at home? Wake up, love, it is thine own true lover. Wake up, love, and let me in, for I am tired, love, and oh so weary, and more than near drenched to the skin. She's raised her up on her downside pillow. She's raised her up and she's let him in, and they were locked in each other's arms until that long night was past and gone. And when that long night was past and over, and when the smoke clouds began to grow, he's taken her hand and they've kissed and parted, and he saddled and mounted and away they'd go. I must away now, I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love the most, into the arms I love the most. Thanks very much. That's the night visiting song for you now. So we have a few different people commenting. We will just say hello to Patricia Moynihan from West Cork. Hello to Teresa in Den Haag. Marie Conway says, how are you from Leiden in the Netherlands? Thanks for putting on the gig. Well, thank you very much for being here. And thank you to Ambassador Kevin Kelly and to Robert and all the team in the embassy in the Netherlands. We are so sorry that we don't get to have the crack with them. And to be in O'Casey's after this show, which will be finishing up fairly soon, we are going to do... I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do our pretend last song, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. Because what happens in this situation is we don't have an audience to, do our encore for you. So I'm telling you now that this is our last song. And then you're all going to clap at home. And we're actually going to hear those claps because we're magic. And this tree is magical behind us. And then we're going to come back on the stage within 3 seconds and do our last song then. Okay, if that sounds all right to you? So this is a song that is on our latest album, my latest album. And Andy wrote this for all the people who had gone overseas and found all the different jobs that they had for all the Irish all over the world, but particularly in America, because we spend all of our time in America when we're gigging and on the road. So I was thinking about this song today, and I think it was the first time we ever sang it was in The Hague. And it was one of the most amazing experiences because the amount of people that sang it back to us. And so that was always a trick. We were able to test it out, and The Hague made it happen for us. So this is a song called Irish Born, and for St. Patrick's Day. And I hope you're all proud to be Irish. And even if you don't feel Irish, you can feel a little bit Irish because it's St. Patrick's Day. So I hope you like it. This is called Irish Born. Go on, Annie. Yep. Hold fingers. Makes me seek adventure far from my native home. I've come across the water, traveled many miles, spent money for some paper that lets me stay a while. I've pushed ice in Savannah or shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've pushed ice in Savannah or shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. Towers to the sky, but judge a cover built in those different times. I know about hard labour, I've worked hard all my life. When I'm over stateside, I am who I decide. I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I'm a braggart fancy, I've changed up all my style. The only way you'd know me is I have my father's smile. I know about hard labour, I've worked hard all my life. When I'm over stateside, I am who I decide. Crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. I've crushed ice in Savannah, wore shades in LA, made coffee in Manhattan. I'm Irish born and raised. Thanks very much, everybody. We are going to go fake walk off the stage right now. So I want you all to applaud like crazy, like we are at home. I can hear you. So we're going to get off now. See you later. No, we're not really. No, we're not really. That was our fake goodbye. Thank you very much. We are going to do our last song, though, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. We are going to do our last song. Yes, we are. So thank you so much for joining us here. The day before St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a very special day for me. It always reminds me of my granny walking down the streets of Dublin towards the parade when the whole of Dublin City has been closed off and there's a crispness in the air, and getting to hold my granny's hand as we walk through the streets of Dublin. And she used to wear a big massive clump of shamrock, still with the muck attached to it, and I couldn't understand why she was always wearing muck on her jacket, but she just was really old school in that sense. And it really is I'm so proud to be Irish. I'm so proud to be from Dublin, and I'm so proud to be able to perform for you here today. And thank you so much to Ambassador Kelly, to Robert, and to all the staff in the embassy in The Hague, I'm going to say, to Neve, to Robert, to Frank, to Margot, to Jeff, to Roel, to Yerusa. I know I should have got my pronunciations right. Yerusa, Annie Mick, and Brendan Keane. And of course, our lovely friend Colette, who without her we would not be performing for you today, because 3 years ago, Andy's clapping her, 3 years ago, she told the Ambassador Kelly all about who we are, and then all of a sudden we were being flown over to the Netherlands for a lovely gig, one of our best gigs we've ever done. And then we had another one the following year, which was the second best gig. Actually, I think that was probably better, because we got to sing Black is the Colour with Kevin Kelly in O'Casey's Bar in The Hague. So I'm very, very, very grateful to you all for all your hard work. And of course, we have to thank the man behind the machines, Mr. Colin Gillen here, who has been sweating, trying to make it all happen. He has the one-man machine. He's got 4 cameras. He's trying to stream at 2 different places. He's trying to keep us going, and to get me to stop being bold and distracted by looking at myself on a screen here, which is really difficult. And also doing the sound and doing the lights and making it all very beautiful. So thank you so much to Colin. And yeah, you'll forgive him for any technical difficulties, but it's grand. Don't worry about it. We're all okay. We're still alive. We're grand. It's COVID times. You blame it on COVID. We will sing this song for you now. Seeing as we're here in the west coast of Ireland, in Sligo, overlooking the Garavogue, we walk past the lovely river today, and it's all flooded and wild. The funny thing about this song is that it doesn't mention Sligo in it, but we'll say nothing about that, right? But this is a song that is all about the west coast of Ireland. And for anybody who's not in Ireland right now and is missing the west coast of Ireland, this is for you. I suppose myself and Andy live in Kildare. Cathal lives in the beautiful place up in County Donegal, so he's always looking at the wild Atlantic way. But for me and Andy, during lockdown, we really missed the wind and the rain and the whole energy of the west coast of Ireland. And we're so excited to be here today and be able to outlook at the wild Atlantic way. And this is written with a co-writer called Enda Riley, who's based in Michigan now, and written this from the point of view of being 60 years away from Ireland, singing this song to yourself, asking your partner to bring you all the places that you went to on your honeymoon, which is all along the wild Atlantic way. And for anybody who might not have been to the wild Atlantic way, you'll know that it starts in County Donegal and goes all the way down to West Cork. So if you'd like to sing this with us, we'd love it. It goes, when will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. So thank you so much for joining us here. We're so delighted to be here. And we'll finish off this. Thanks a million. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. I'm 60 years in Nova Scotia, waiting for the day that we're returning homeward. All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Remember when we went to Bunbeg, the shipwreck in the bay? We sat and watched the north and west sunset all along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we had climbed Croagh Patrick, we nearly went astray. Legs were aching, falling off us all along the wild Atlantic way. All right, let's see you sing it at home. Here we go. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we went skinny dipping down in Derry, smelling Galway salted ocean all along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we met Willie Clancy piping in Galway, we sang and danced till the early morning all along the wild Atlantic way. All right, let's see you sing it. Here we go. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Watch you catch the fish, dear Dingle's currachs roll away. Wait for you with the half-light gloaming all along the wild Atlantic way. Cycling out to the black ball heads, being salty from this parade. The ocean moving up beyond us all along the wild Atlantic way. Here we go. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Let's hear you sing it at home. Here we go. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Last time. When will you bring me my love? I'm counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here live from Sligo for St. Patrick's event for the embassy in the Netherlands. Thank you so much to Kevin Kelly for inviting us. To everybody who's been involved in this, thank you so much to Cian, to Colin, to Robert and his beautiful paintings. We're absolutely blown away by everybody for making this happen, and thank you because it's just made our whole St. Patrick's Day just being here for you. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined us. To Pavi, to Mark, to Caroline, to Sean, to Angela, to Inga, to Helen, to Teresa, to Pauline. I cannot keep going on. No, I won't. But Alex, Colette, thank you so much for everything. You're so lucky to be here. We are going to leave you now with a little tune. So this is really your chance. If you want to get up and dance, this is it. Just do it. Just do it. Do your best river dance that you could possibly do. All glory, go for it. I have to introduce you to these lovely fellas on the stage though before we go. On guitar and backing vocals. Have you ever seen anyone as beautiful as Mr. Andy Meany? Hey, claps, 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 claps. Yes, he's beautiful. He's beautiful. And of course, the youngest member of the band, ladies and gentlemen. I will not tell you my age and his age because I could be his mother. No, I couldn't be. What? No, only listen. He's our pretend child, all the way from Donegal, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mr. Cathal O'Carroll. My name is Aoife Scott. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks again to the ambassador for having us, and to everybody at home. So, we will leave you with this. Get your hands in the air. You want to put one hand in the air. I'm going to ask everybody to do this at home. And we're going to put another hand in the air, and we're going to put them together rapidly in time with the music. You ready? Up, 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 up. Over to you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Wow, thank you so much, Aoife. What an afternoon of music, and fantastic. Thank you so much to the great Aoife Scott. Everybody's applauding all around the Netherlands. I can feel it. Thank you to you, Aoife, to Andy and Cathal, all the way from Sligo in the wonderful wild Atlantic way. I'm so happy you finished with that song. I've been getting lots of messages from people saying, I hope she'll sing that song. But thank you so much. I think that you've lived up to all expectations. It was always a bit of a gamble to see whether we could capture the magic that you managed to do in the Corso Theatre, to do it online, but you did it, and you did it wonderfully. So thank you so much. Go míle maith agaibh go léir. And thank you, of course, to Colin Gillen, who we worked with to make it all happen. I think, Aoife, you've managed to bring a little taste of Ireland to us here in the Netherlands this afternoon. And I've had, my phone has been hopping throughout the performance from Dutch colleagues in the Dutch government and international colleagues, and also Irish people living here. And you've made, of course, the Irish people very homesick. Everybody wants to get home now. But you've also, I think, created a strong desire for the non-Irish to go to Ireland and to experience the kind of picture that you created for us today. So I think all in all, a very good outcome from St. Patrick's Day. So again, go míle maith agaibh. Thank you so much for a wonderful performance. I'm going to finish. We promised that we'd finish before 6 o'clock, so I think we're dead on time. And but I'm going to finish with a few words from our Taoiseach, our Irish Prime Minister, Micheál Martin, who wants to give a St. Patrick's Day greeting to all of the Irish people living in the Netherlands, but also all the friends of Ireland in this country and beyond. So thank you very much, and we'll give the final word to An Taoiseach Micheál Martin. Go míle maith agaibh go léir.
A Card Gael is a Card Galéir. Lá speisialte lá éile Pádraig, de gach Gael sa bhaile nó haar lear. St. Patrick's Day is a special day, a day when no matter where in the world we are, we celebrate our heritage and culture. So let me begin by wishing you all a happy St. Patrick's Day. to our 70 million strong diaspora and our many friends across the globe. This has been a difficult year for our Irish community abroad. Many of you have lost loved ones. You have been unable to spend time with family and friends. You have missed Christmas, birthdays, weddings, and sadly, even funerals. I want in particular to acknowledge and thank the many Irish who have helped lead the fight against COVID-19, our dedicated health workers at home, but also the many Irish doctors and nurses, research scientists and public health officials around the world. Many of you have put yourselves and your families at risk so that others might be safe. But now, at last, we can look forward to better days. St. Patrick's Day is our day, but that doesn't mean it is only for us. St. Patrick's Day is an open-hearted invitation to a global expression of community. It's a day that gives us a unique opportunity to speak to the world about who we are and how we can contribute to the well-being of humanity. There is, I believe, an ambition that we all now share, that we will learn from what has happened, and that our responses will reflect both our interconnectedness and our interdependence. Just as the pandemic has brought out the best in us, we can use the same instincts to shape the future, bringing new meaning and values to our lives and to our role in the world. We are Irish, but we are also global citizens. COVID-19 has reminded us that we need global solutions and international cooperation for global challenges, that no nation, large or small, can meet these challenges on their own. St. Patrick's Day is an opportunity for us, this year especially, to express that sense of solidarity. Ireland is an open country, an outward-facing place. Irish people have always sought to make a contribution wherever they have gone. The same wish to serve inspires us now. We will work with partners around the world to overcome the dreadful pandemic and to support economic and social recovery. In doing so, we will work to make sure that nobody, especially the poorest parts of the world, gets left behind. We've taken up a seat on the UN Security Council for the next 2 years, and we will use that position to work for peace and security throughout the world to the very best of our ability. We will continue to reach out a hand of friendship and hopefully, when we can, to welcome people back to Ireland, including those of you that have been unable to visit in recent times. As Irish people down the ages have done, we will try to make a difference every day, no more so than here on our island. As we approach the centenary of the foundation of our state, building on the achievement of the Good Friday Agreement, we will work through our Shared Island initiative to underpin peace and to advance the cause of reconciliation, shaping a better future for all the people. Our history, our culture, our values and our experience place us in a position to do great good in the world. There is an Irish saying, "Is sca a chéile a bharan nadini." We live in each other's shadow. It speaks to our sense of interdependence, of community and solidarity. Let that be our message on this special day for the global Irish. And so to conclude, we are thinking of you all today as you celebrate throughout the world. We are looking forward to welcoming you all home soon. Until then, Berbua, Benacht, agus go raibh míle maith agaibh go léir.